Francisco Cabrera comes to the plate to bat for the pitcher. He hacked at the 2-0, now the 2-1. Line drive and a base hit! Just as the score of the tying run. Bream to the plate. And he is safe! Safe at the plate! The Braves go to the World Series! The unlikeliest of heroes wins the National League Championship Series for the Atlanta Braves. Francisco Cabrera. And Atlanta pulls out Game 7 with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning.
The year was 1992, and Sid Bream of the Atlanta Braves had just broken the Pittsburgh Pirates' heart. Welcome back to Out of the Park 21, Pittsburgh Pirates franchise episode. What episode are we on? 14, I believe. Episode 14. I'll double check that when I go back and edit this. But yeah, we are in the NLCS. The Pittsburgh Pirates are after their thrilling 3-2 series win over the LA Dodgers, the heavily favored LA Dodgers in the NLDS. Here, our final game here in Game 5, a 3-2 Buccos victory as Nick Birdie worked his way out of trouble at the end. So we are now just a series away from the World Series, our first time in the NLCS since 1992 against Atlanta, who beat the Pirates in walk-off fashion thanks to Sid Bream. So this will be a longer video. I'm going to play Game 1 right now. I'm going to take a pause on my end. You'll see probably more of a hard cut and edit. And I'll come back and do Games 2 and 3. All, of course, will be shown in this video. I just want to let you guys know when you see kind of an edit and pause after Game 1. This video will probably be on the long end, so let me go through the Braves here so I can make this video as short as possible, not bloat it too much. And the Braves, of course, are a very talented team. They won 101 games this year, and they just came off a sweep of the NL Central winners, St. Louis Cardinals, winning 5-2. And 5-1 and 8-5, so handled them pretty easily and have had a very nice long rest coming off that sweep. All we had to do is scratch a claw away against the Dodgers and just wrapped up 2 days ago, so we are working on short rest, unfortunately. Let's look at the Braves lineup, and it is very dangerous. We'll go through it here. Christian Pache will lead off. Excellent center fielder and pretty good with the bat as well. Feels like every team we play this year has a really strong presence in center field. Down the middle, Marcell Ozuna is in left. He is the former Cardinal. He played 1 year in St. Louis, now a Brave, and had 36 home runs. So similar to the Dodgers, a lot of power here. We'll have to hold them in check. Ozzie Albies, one of the best players overall in baseball. A 308 this year award, nearly touching 8, and very good with the glove as well. Ronald Acuna Jr. will hit cleanup for the Braves in right field. 44 home runs, 295 average, just does it all. Good defensively. This is a team that honestly may be even more impressive than the LA Dodgers. Freddie Freeman at first base, 41 home runs, another 40 dinger kind of guy for the Braves, and a WAR again nearly touching 8. Austin Riley just gets better and better, although the numbers here in the scouting report aren't as strong. This guy's an up-and-comer. He had 268 this year, 14 home runs in only 40 games started, so really impressive numbers there. Freddie Galvis, defensive-minded, but did okay with the bat. Got traded over from the Orioles prior to the deadline. Hit 252, but is very good defensively. And shortstop, you see a plus 5.7 zone rating. And hitting 8th is Travis d'Arnaud behind the dish. This is maybe one area of slight weakness for them. He did well, and it's hard to find catchers that perform well as batters in this game. But defensively, a 55 catcher rating, a 50 arm. Maybe we can run on him a little bit. And so some backups here: Contreras, Culberson, Cameron Maven, and Michael Taylor. Very good defensively as well. Pitching-wise, with the Atlanta Braves, they will be starting off here with Max Fried, who had an ERA of 4.5. Not a great regular season, so hopefully we can try to get to him a little bit. Also have Bryce Wilson, who had a very impressive regular season. Mostly was starting, did a little bit of work, it seems like, out of the bullpen, maybe a follower opener kind of deal, I'm not quite sure, but ERA plus of 208, and yet ERA of just 2.1, so that guy is very impressive. Colin McHugh, less so. He's 34 years old, but the veteran, 4.51 ERA. Call him about average. And Mike, remember the last name here, Folty-Nevitz. I think I said that kind of wrong. Folty, they'll call him, and I'll call him that as well. Was middling as well, 4.33 ERA. But one important note with the Braves, let me go to their home screen, is their injury. And they have Mike Soroka, arguably one of the top pitchers in baseball. He's going to probably be ready for tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure if it's going to be game 2 or game 3. He's been out for a little bit with biceps tendonitis, but whenever he returns, he is remarkable. 2.5 ERA plus of 175, the lowest home runs over 9 rating in all of baseball, with that great movement skill and a ground ball pitcher tendency, and he'll strike you out, and very few walks as well. 23 walks over 30 starts, call it 170 innings roughly. So we'll see him this series, I assume. A little bit of rest potentially. We'll see if that affects him at all, but that is another guy in their arsenal that we will have to deal with. We will not deal with him for game number 1, which we're about to play. We will have Mitch Keller on the hill. Let me go through what the probables are going to be for this series. In case you're wondering, it's going to be Keller, Musgrove, Bolton. This is probably going to be Trevor Williams. They're going to go back to Keller, Musgrove, and Bolton if we need game 7. So hopefully get at least 2 starts out of Mitch Keller. It's not a guarantee. If there was a sweep either side, then that probably wouldn't happen. But if it goes at least 5, we'll get Mitch Keller twice because I want him to be the ace of the staff. All right, without further ado, let's go to the lineups and get ready for game 1. All right, take a look at the starting lineups. Max Fried's a lefty, by the way. Just realized that, so we'll have our lefty lineups in of Hayes, Newman, Reynolds. Will kick up to the 3 spot. Not great versus lefties, but he's 3 for 6 in his career versus Fried. Bell, Frazier, Walls, Hamilton. Walls has been struggling, so we're pushing him down the lineup a bit. Hamilton bumps up a spot, and Jacob Stallings behind the plate with Mitch Keller on the hill. And do I want to switch Frazier or Bell? I think I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna roll the dice right now. So I worked through that. For the Braves, it is, as we just showed, Pache, Ozuna, Albies, Acuna Jr., Freeman, Riley, Galvis, d'Arnaud, and of course Fried hitting in the 9 hole. So let's take you to Atlanta with almost 41,000 in attendance and get ready for game 1 of the NLCS. All right, here for the NLCS, 8:05 first pitch. Pirates will be leading things off here in the top of the first. Do want to mention here the bullpen, by the way. Do have some tired guys here in the pen. Nick Birdie may or may not be available today. That is the biggest name to look at right now. So just something to keep in the back of our minds if we get to that point here late in this game. But starting off, Brian Hayes leading off versus Max Fried in a 2-2 count. Thank you for being here. Pirates NLCS, first time since 92 against those Braves, trying to get some long overdue revenge as Hayes will look at strike 3 of that one outside corner. Hayes apparently disagreed with that one. Bring up Kevin Newman, also in the hole, 0-2. He'll look at strike 3. So back-to-back Ks to start for Fried, who has just 50 stuff, but nice start here. Full count here to Brian Reynolds, and he will swing through strike 3. So back-to-back-to-back strikeouts, and a very good start for the Braves. Now Mitch Keller facing Pache, the center fielder. There's 1 for 14 here in the postseason. They'll look to change that with a bunt. That one popped up. Keller will try to make the throw to first, and Pache is going to beat it out. So a bit of an awkward bunt there, but it works for Pache. Let's throw over to first, try to hold him there, and he gets back safely. He is a threat to steal, though, as they will try to pick him off with a throw from Stallings to no avail, but trying to really keep him on the bag here, especially with Stallings having just an average arm. No sooner now Pache's going to go, and despite trying to keep him on, he's able to pick up the stolen base. Already a runner in scoring position. Osuna now down 0-2 in the count. Make it 1-2, and he will check swing, but they will call that the third strike for the first out for Mitch Keller. Bring up Ozzy Albies. Let's see if we can get him out here, as Pache is going to go for 3, and he is just going station to station, as he's now on third, just like that. How many stolen bases did he have in the regular season? 55. So yeah, dangerous guy when he gets on base. So with that bunt, he's already on third. Now facing Albies, 1-2 count. He'll hit that to first. Looks like Pache's going to come in and score, and he will. And so the Braves put up a quick first run. Pache playing some small ball, and it pays off as Atlanta leads 1-0. Acuna Jr. will look at strike 3. So the Braves get the run, and they lead 1-0 as we go top 2, as we've yet to really make contact with the ball. Josh Bell struggling this postseason, trying to turn things around. He'll draw the leadoff walk against Fried. Adam Frazier, still some trade talks around Frazier. Big arbitration number coming in year 2. And so could he get dealt in the offseason? Those rumors are swirling, as he will fly out to Pache for the first out, bring up Taylor Walls, who's hitting just 208. So we bumped him down the order a bit, and defensively he's been less than ideal, but that's an impressive play, as that will be a single. Bell will look to take 3. No, he will take a wide turn at second, but hold up. So runners on first and second with 1 away. Billy Hamilton, who's been very hot this postseason, 7 for 20, 5 ribbies. Of course, lacks power, does not have a home run. He's now in a 2-2 count and will swing through strike 3 to bring up the usually clutch-hitting Jacob Stallings. Now facing freed runners in scoring positions, 1-0 count. Should be put in play, and it will get hopefully down. Will Pache come in? No, he will not make the play. We are sending him, and we get thrown out. How do we get thrown out on that? Josh Bell, not the fleetest of foot. And Pache, despite there being 2 outs and you're running on contact, the Pirates cannot tie it up. So plays at the plate have been the theme. Talking about 92 with Sid Bream. Bell, unlike Bream, cannot get in before the apparent tag. So we'll head bottom second. Now facing Freddie Freeman, 5 for 9 here in the postseason. He's done very well against us during the regular season, so this is a concern as he will hit against the shift. Hayes will dive for it, keep it in the infield, but he cannot make the throw, and so Freeman will have a leadoff infield single. Bring up Austin Riley, 6-12 with a home run, 3 ribbies here in the playoffs. That was against St. Louis in the NLDS, 1-1 count. Keller will deal, and that will get hit to right. Shift was on. Hard play there for Frazier, but he shows good effort to make the catch. So very defensive-minded shifts here, trying to play the analytic game. The Pirates are trying to get any advantage they can because they're still underdogs this series. Now, they came back and beat the Dodgers, and, with the underdogs there, so I think the baseball world's taking them seriously, but on paper, the Braves were a 100-win team. We were not, and so they are still the favorite. Full count to Darno, the catcher, and he will strike out swinging. And so the infield single by Freeman does not hurt the Pirates, and will head top 3. Leading things off is Mitch Keller, who is 2 for 4 in the playoffs. I think he probably had 2 hits in the whole regular season, but he'll try to make it a third. He will loft that in the right, and that will be caught for the first out by Acuna. Top of the order, Brian Hayes struck out his first at bat, 0-1 count. He will hit that hard past the first baseman Freeman into right, and so he will now have a single. Having an excellent postseason is Brian Hayes, really coming into his own. Let's check Freedhold runners rating. It's a 75. It is strong, so even with Darno having that low catcher arm, probably not going to run on him. Newman also struck out his first at bat. He will try to do better here. He will hit that to first, and that might be 2. Nope, just going to get the lead runner, erase Hayes. And there are 2 outs with Newman standing on first base. Brian Reynolds stepping in, having a strong playoff season, 7 for 23, 3 RBIs. Full count to him. He will poke that into right, should be playable and caught. So a busy inning for Acuna Jr. He will make the third out, and will head bottom 3. Braves still lead 1-0. Max Fried, the pitcher, coming up now. 0-2 count. And he will strike out swinging. 4 Ks for Keller. Full count here to Pache, who had that bunt and worked around the bases for the first at bat. Oh, animation gets weird. Keller trying to play it, and again, another infield single there. Oh, it's the out. They're going to call an out. The animation gets weird, unfortunately. So some quirks here. So I'll take the out, though, anyway I can get it. Full count now to Osuna, as he will draw the walk. Bring up Albies. 0 for 1 today, but had the RBI earlier that drove in Pache for the only run of the game, as he will strike out. And so we'll head top 4. Pirates still down a run. All right, Pirates looking for some runs here. Hour into this game, Josh Bell had a walk, I believe, his first at bat. Now down 1-2 in the count, and he will look at strike 3. So that is 5 strikeouts for Fried, having a very good game 1. Low-scoring games have been a lot of our playoff situations, and that's kind of how we got to play it. Try to keep the score low with good pitching, good defense, but the Braves certainly have the talent to match. There's quickly 2 away for the Pirates. Walls will step in, gets jammed on that one, and should be the third out of the inning, and it will. And so we'll head bottom 4. Pirates still not doing a whole lot. Facing Acuna Jr., Freeman, and Riley. Heart of the order for the Braves. Keller, 2-2 count. He'll wind and deal to Acuna and strike him out on the slider. 6 Ks for Keller, who has been really looking good here. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. And Freeman will hit that to right. And nice play there by Newman. Hard line shot. He makes the catch. He's shown good defense at second. He's not a shortstop. He's definitely second baseman. He's done a nice job there with the glove and certainly with the bat. Austin Riley will pop that up. Stallings will call off Keller, and the Braves go 1-2-3. Bottom 4 will head top 5. Atlanta still up a run. Hamilton, Stallings, Keller, 7, 8, 9. Batters making an appearance here, top of the 5th. Just 57 pitches for Fried. He's really been cruising so far as Hamilton finds himself in a 2-2 count, and that's his second strikeout of the game, I believe. Bring up Jacob Stallings, who does have a hit today in a 3-0 count, as he will draw the 4-pitch walk, and we are definitely going to bunt him over with Mitch Keller. See if the bunt is successful, and it may pop up, and it will be caught. They will not be able to double him off, so unfortunate play there for Keller, and that is a wasted out, as we'll at top of the lineup here with Brian Hayes, who singled in his last hit. Matt will try to do the same here. That one will get floated to Freeman, and Hayes, I think, will beat it out. So again, animation gets a little wonky, but we'll take it, as the Pirates finally get another runner in scoring position. 2 outs, runners on first and second to bring up Kevin Newman. 0 for 2 today, 1-0 count. Fried will deal, and Newman will hit that back up the middle. We're going to try to send them, I think. No, Stallings will hold. They won't even get the prompt. Probably a good thing, because... and Fried's hurt. Fried with a back injury. They have to take him out. So that will bring in Chris Martin. He's only pitched 2 innings so far in the playoffs. Has good control, which is good with the bases loaded. In a critical spot here with Brian Reynolds. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pirates down a run. 0-2 count to Reynolds. Martin will come in, and Reynolds will hit that down the left field line. That's going to maybe clear the bases. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Well, 3. Brian Reynolds, 3 will score. Bases clearing double for Reynolds. And so Fried exit with the back injury. Martin comes in unexpectedly. And just like that, the Pirates take a 3-1 lead. Move Reynolds up in the order, and it pays off. And so now the Pirates lead by 2. 2 outs. Runner on second. 2's wild here. Top of the 5th. Josh Bell at the plate. 1-2 count. He'll strike out at the strike 3, I should say. And the Pirates go bottom 5, getting 3 runs, and they lead by a pair. So nice job there. Big piece of clutch hitting for Brian Reynolds. Now facing bottom of the order, Freddie Galvis. 1-2 count, as he will look at strike 3. So Keller, that is strikeout number 7 of the game. Now facing Darno, 3 for 11 here in the postseason. Braves do have maybe a little bit of rust, having that long period of time off after the Cardinals series, after sweeping them 3-0, whereas we went to 5 games with the Dodgers. Chris Martin not pinch hitting here. That's maybe a questionable approach, but they're going to leave him in. And it is 2-0 to Martin, who's going to put that in play, it looks like. And that one hit to Newman, as he will throw in the bell for the 3rd out. And then the Braves go 1-2-3 as we head top 6. Martin, of course, staying in, facing Frazier, Walls, Hamilton. 2-2 to Frazier, as he will hit that to right. That's got a chance to get out. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming for Adam Frazier. 419 feet to right center. Solo shot for him. And the Pirates go up 4-1. And those trade rumors, it's going to be hard to talk about that with the postseason performance that Adam Frazier is having. So Taylor Walls will come in, face Martin, who has struggled so far. As Walls will hit that to right. Will that drop at the feet of Acuna? It will. So Martin's struggles continue as Walls has this single with nobody out. Billy Hamilton, do we want to try to bunt here? Could we even steal with Martin, who does have good speed? His hold runners rating is not spectacular. We're going to try the hit and run with Hamilton. Both players with good speed, and there's a chance here for Hamilton to beat it out. Will he do it? He won't, as Galvis, very good shortstop, throws him out by a step at Walls, advances to second, so at least we stay out of the double play. Jacob Stallings up now. Walls on second. First pitch swinging is Stallings. He will hit that past Galvis at short. Do we want to send Walls here? Walls will come home anyway. And so Jacob Stallings with that clutch runner in scoring position hitting. And the Pirates are up 5-1. We're going to try a bunt again here with Keller. Keller popped up to Fried on his last bunt attempt. Hopefully this one more successful, as he will hit that hard. No one covering at second. And so Keller's bunt does work, as Stallings will move to second, and we'll head top of the order with Brian Hayes hitting a cool 478. The home run, 5 RBIs this postseason. Martin still in for the Braves. This has to be his last inning of work, as Hayes will first pitch swing, and he will pop that up into, looks like foul territory, as Freeman will call off d'Arnaud, and the Pirates get 2 thanks to Frazier and Jacob Stallings as they lead 5-1, bottom 6. Restack the deck here for the Braves. They will go top of the order with Pache, Osuna, and Ozzie Albies. 0-1 to Pache. Hopefully I'm saying that name correctly. A hard shot to third base. Hayes gloves it nicely and throws on the bell for out number 1. Osuna, 1-1 count. Keller will deal. Osuna will ground that to short. Tough play there. Keller will actually come in and make a nice throw, maybe a little low. Bell, good adjustment on the bag at first for 2 outs. Now facing Albies. Full count to him. Very dangerous, as they will call that a walk. Check swing there. Ooh, close play. And so they get a runner on first. Now facing Acuna. 0 for 2 today, as the runner will take off, and Stallings not going to be able to get on that arm. It's just not good enough, as Albies will motor into second. 2 outs with him standing on second base. 0-2 count to Acuna, as he will hit that into right. I think that's going to get down, and it will. So the stolen base will work in the Braves' favor, as they will get the run home and make it 5-2. Start thinking about bullpen action here for the Pirates. So I don't want Heath Hembry. He's a low leverage guy, and this is not a low leverage situation. So we will get Cricky, and I think I'll get Brault going as well. Now facing Freeman with 2 outs, as Acuna will run, and we just cannot. We may have to play Barrera. I don't know. I mean, they are just stealing like crazy on us right now, and that's going to be problematic for sure, as Freeman will hit that in the center. And the Braves playing a lot of small ball, but it is working, as a couple of stolen bases and a couple of singles makes it 5-3, just like that. Let's go out there and visit the mound, talk to Mitch Keller. He says he's still going strong. He will stay in the game while Crick and Brault are warming. 2-2 to Riley. So he will look at strike 3. Keller allows a couple of runs, some small ball paying off for the Braves. That may be it for Mitch Keller. Let's sit down Kyle Crick and Steven Brault. And Keller is sitting at 92 pitches. Yeah, that's going to probably be the day for Keller. He just threw 104 in his last start. So I will have to figure out who I want in the next inning. I will do that after. Well, let me play this with Newman, and then I'll start looking at what the Braves are to kind of calculate what pitcher I want to come in for the 7th. As Newman will fly out to Acuna in right in shallow right field territory. Take a quick look at what the Braves have going on here. Bottom of the order. Don't know who the pinch hitter's going to be, of course. I think we're going to go ahead and... what do I want to do here? Let's see. I think we're going to go with Brault to face the bottom of the order, because Birdie is borderline available in this game. So that's going to be Steven Brault's job here. Let's go ahead, let's get him warmed up. Now he's ready. All right, I'll wait till there's 2 outs. Because I wish there was a way to disable tiring in this game. I'm cool with warming up, just the tiring is something I feel like I don't have the control over. I would like to have. But speaking of what's going on in play right now, Brian Reynolds with a single. So very nice day here for Reynolds. And I'm going to get Brault warmed up in case, because of his double play, then yeah, I don't want to have him not warmed up. So runner on first, 1 out, 2-0 to Josh Bell. That one gets away from the catcher d'Arnaud, and so Reynolds will take second base. Chris Martin's still in. Some weird bullpen decisions. That bullpen has to be rested for Atlanta. Don't know why they're not making a change here, as it's 3-0 to Bell, and I'm going to take a pitch and make Martin throw me a strike, and they just pitch around there to just say, we're not going to even worry about Josh Bell. Let's get to Adam Frazier, who has the home run today, the solo shot. A chance for a couple more RBIs. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Big spot here for Frazier, as that one gets away. So really getting chaotic behind the dish for d'Arnaud, and they finally take, that was actually Miller who had come in there, so his first pitch for Andrew Miller escapes d'Arnaud, and runners move over 90 feet. Runners on now on second and third with 1 out. Full count to Frazier. Just got to put this in play, Frazier. That's all we're asking for, and he will strike out swinging on the full count, and that's disappointing, as now Taylor Walls is responsible for driving them in. Full count again. Miller will deal, and that's going to get jammed and poked to third, and so the Pirates cannot get any of those runs back. We will head bottom 7, still up 2 over the Braves. Mitch Keller's day is done. 92 pitches, 6 innings, allowed 3 earned, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. So a very quality start for Mitch Keller. Bullpen will try to finish this one out. 1-0 to Galvis. Brault coming in. Lefty, wouldn't call him a specialist, but good versus lefty. Potential long relief guy, wears a lot of hats, as he will get the first out. Hayes throwing on the belt. Travis d'Arnaud, 0 for 2 today. 1-0. Being aggressive in the count are Atlanta early, as that one passed in between, really, short and third. So a 1-out single for d'Arnaud. We'll see who they bring in as the pinch hitter. It's going to be Cameron Maben. So I'm going to start getting Cricky moved around too, because we face some of the heart of the order. 0-2 to Maven, the outfielder, former Marlin, as he will strike out at the changeup. Looks like he chased that one, and now we'll go top of the order with Pache facing Brault. Runner on first, 2 away. Braves down 2. First pitch swinging as Pache hit that as Newman cannot glove it at second, and that's going to move d'Arnaud to third. So runners on the corners, I believe, as he will get in there safely ahead of Frazier's throw. Now facing Osuna. So tough spot here. Osuna very good versus lefties. Let's visit the mound. Still warming up is Crick. That's unfortunate because Osuna probably seems to mash lefties pretty well. Yeah, he's pretty good versus them. Let's see what his splits are. Only hitting 221 though. So the numbers don't really match up with the scouting report on him. Cricky's not ready yet, so we're going to try to pitch around. Brault's control is an issue. 2-2 to Ozuna. Brault will deal and strike him out. So a big K there for Brault in a tough spot versus Osuna, but we'll take it. So we'll get Cricky ready for the bottom of the 8th. And so the Pirates still lead by 2 as the Braves will go on the bullpen, call the bullpen again, and bring in Ian Anderson. See his numbers for the season. 58 2/3, 2.76 ERA. He throws pretty hard and strikes out a whole bunch. So Pirates trying to add some insurance. They struggled adding insurance to the playoffs. Kind of had to really squeak out some games, but Hamilton will look to prove me wrong there with a leadoff double in the left field. That one will carry to the wall. And so Hamilton, leadoff double. Now we've had issues before, again, of getting guys in after really positive starts. So have to be able to make a change here. Have to be able to get another run in. 0-2 to Stallings, and a strikeout, and that's what I'm talking about. Just got to be able to move some of these guys over. I could steal third. I'd rather not right now, to be honest with you, so I don't know. But let's talk pinch hitters. Let's get Cricky warmed up. And let's go ahead, and someone who's not going to strike out kind of has not done great as a pinch hitter, so I want to go with, do I want to go with Tucker or Shuck? It's a big question here. Shuck's not going to strike out, but Tucker's avoid case is pretty high as well, and he's a little better with the bat. I'm going to go with Cole Tucker here. I think Shuck is only like 1 for 5 here as a pinch hitter, so we're going to try to go with something different with Tucker. 0-2 count, though. Maybe I should have kept Shuck in instead, as Tucker will hit that to first. That will move Hamilton over, but it will not, of course, get the run in, and so Hamilton at third with 2 outs. Now with Brian Hayes needing to drive him in. 2-2 count. Anderson delivers. Hayes hit the first. Freeman should step on the bag. And again, the Pirates can't do anything with a leadoff double. We've said that story so many times today. And they still lead by 2. Kyle Crick will come in to face Albies, Acuna, and Freeman. 1-2 to Ozzy Albies, I believe, as he will strike him out on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Acuna, 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Full count. Cricky control is an issue, as that one's going to be floated into foul territory. Bell will make the catch right in front of the dugout. Don't know if that's home or away. I think that might be the home team. Either way, 2 outs here. Freddie Freeman, full count, battling here, as he will hit that in the center. Hamilton's got a beat on it and should make the catch, as we will head top 9. So one last chance for the Pirates to get a couple more runs. As who do we want to call on here? It's a good question. I think we're going to go ahead and call on Dwayverdas Neverauskas, and then we'll have some other options if things get a little sticky situation in bottom 9. But it'll be Riley, Galvis, d'Arnaud due up for the Braves. Until then, Kevin Newman leading things off. 1-2 count, 1 for 4 on the day. Make it 1 for 5 on the strikeout. Nice job here for Anderson. Ryan Reynolds, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs today. Also on a 1-2 count, as he will check his swing, but the umps ring him up. And so that is 3 Ks already for Ian Anderson. Josh Bell, 3-1 count. He has a walk today. He has 2 walks today, maybe even 3. I'm not sure exactly where he's at, but he's got a couple of base on balls. As Adam Frazier, 1 for 4 with the solo shot. full count here, as they will rig him up. And so we'll head bottom 9 here in game 1. Pirates up by 2. Looks like we're going to go with Neverauskas. Yep, we're going to go with Doiverdos Neverauskas. I'm going to get Wayman and Birdie moving in case. Neverauskas full count here to Austin Riley. Braves trying to claw their way back. They were down 5-1, as that's a big strikeout there for Neverauskas with the full count. Now facing Galvis, who's 0 for 3 today. 1-0 count. Neverauskas will wind and deal. That one gets hit hard to third. Hayes will make the throw to first, and that is the second out. Now facing Darno. He is 1 for 3 today, 308 average in the playoffs. 1-2 count. Neverauskas will strike him out, and the Pirates win game 1, 5-3. Take game 1 of the NLCS. Let me save the game, as I like to quickly do. And so they go 1-0 on the Braves in Atlanta, and that's a big win, a big way to start off this series. As I will, again, after I save this, we'll look at the box score, and I'll take a quick pause before we get ready for game 2 and game number 3. So, Pirates win 5-3, 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Atlanta 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Braves got the first run, bottom of the first. Pirates bats woke up, though, in the 5th and 6th inning, recording all of their runs thanks to Brian Reynolds, who had the bases clearing triple. You had the Adam Frazier solo shot, and Leafka Brian Hayes drove in a run as well. So let's take a look at the box score. 11 hits for Pittsburgh. Really got production across the whole order, really. Hayes went 2 for 5. Reynolds, again, big day, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. Bell did have 3 walks. Frazier, the solo shot. Walls perked up 2 for 4. Hamilton 1 for 4. Stallings 2 for 3. So the only starter who did not record a hit, excluding pitchers, was Bell, who drew 3 walks at least. And for Atlanta, only 6 hits, struck out 13 times. The Pirates pitching was excellent as it's been through the playoffs. Pache did well, 2 for 4, and Freeman did well, 2 for 4 as well. But Ozuna, 0 for 3. Albies, 0 for 3, did have the RBI that drove in. Pache early in the game. Acuna only 1 for 4. So I think we'll take that overall. And for the pitching staff, Keller, very strong outing. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned, 2 walks, struck out 8, 92 pitches. He'll be ready for game 5. I hope. Brault got himself in a little bit of trouble, but got out of it with 2 Ks. And Crick and Neverauskas had made quick work of Atlanta, pitching 2 shutout innings for the Braves. Fried, let's see what the injury is to Max Fried here. Back spasm, minimal 5 days. So we'll see if he's going to be appearing again in this series. I suspect he will, but maybe battling through a back issue there. Then Martin really struggled. 1 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Gave up that solo shot to Frazier that really proved critical. So, yeah, that one hurts them. They had to bring in Miller and Anderson. So their bullpen was tested, because I assume guys like Martin, all those guys are probably pretty tired at this point. Miller maybe a little less so. Yeah, not as bad, just throwing 15 pitches. But Anderson will even be available for game 2. That could be very questionable. So, big win for the Pirates. Player of the game was Mitch Keller, and rightfully so. Could have given it to Reynolds, but Keller is certainly worthy of those odds. So I'm going to take a quick pause here with the video and come back with game 2 and game number 3. Okay, we are back from my break. We are ready for game 2. I'll try to speed through these things a little bit quicker than I have been. Let's just take a look at what the Braves have on the hill. And actually, one interesting note with them, and I'll try to keep it short here, is we'll face Bryce Wilson today, who just dominated in the NL, as we showed earlier. Mike Soroka, I don't think is on their playoff roster if I go back to their roster and transactions, so I don't think we're going to see him at all. He's eligible for it, and he's now healthy coming off after that biceps tendonitis, but he is not on their playoff roster, and barring them making a change, I'm not 100% sure what rules are. If you can add an injured player back to your playoff roster after a series has begun, I know you can do it in between series, so not 100% sure, but I don't think we'll be facing Soroka, which is certainly positive for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Again, up 1-0 on the series heading into game 2. We will have Joe Musgrove on the hill, went 4 innings, allowed 4 earned, 7 runs total. There was an error obviously involved in a game 1 loss to the Dodgers, so he has not pitched in a little more than a week, and we'll get ready for game 2. Let's check the lineups for game 2 at Atlanta. All right, take a look at the lineups. First of all, with the Braves, they are unchanged with Pache, Ozuna, Albies, Acuna Jr., Freeman, Riley, Galvis, d'Arnaud, and Wilson on the hill. Our lineup's a little different here, facing a righty in Wilson. Newman, Frazier, Reynolds, Hayes, Bell, Wall, Stallings still getting the nod at catcher, Hamilton in the 8th spot, and Musgrove on the hill. So let's take you to Atlanta for Game 2 of the NLCS. All right, 8:05 first pitch, just like Game 1. Wilson facing Newman to begin, and it is worth pointing out because we have obviously won. There will not be a sweep by the Braves, so Mitch Keller will appear, worst case scenario, in Game 5. So we'll get 2 looks at Mitch Keller in this series. I'll do Games 1, 2, and 3 for this video, and I'll do the rest in a separate video and a live stream for any potential Game 7. Should we come to that, Newman strikes out to start as Frazier will rope a single into center field. 1 out, 1 on for the Buccos. Brian Reynolds, who had that bases clearing double in the past game, get us on the board 3-1 as he will hit that to right center. Will that get out? It will hit off the top of the wall, and so Brian Reynolds with a double. Will Frazier come in? He will hold at third. So Reynolds missed a homer by maybe a foot. It's hard to tell, but Pirates with runners in scoring position. Brian Hayes, one of the best bats in the playoffs so far, 11 for 25, a home run, 5 RBIs, looking to drive a pair in. Full count. Wilson will deliver and deal, and Hayes will ground that to short. Run will come in. That's Frazier. Reynolds holds at second. So Brian Hayes with the single that drives in, not a single, but the hit that drives in Adam Frazier. So runner on second, 2 outs here for Josh Bell, struggling in the postseason. Did walk 3 times in his last game in game number 1, as he will hit that to right. Hard hit, but a nice diving catch by Acuna in right. So robs Bell of the hit and the run. Pirates get on the board first. They lead 1-0 as we go bottom first. Man, I wish Reynolds could have hit that home run. He came so close to getting it out of the park. Facing the Braves here, top of the order with Pache, who had that bunt and kind of sped around the bases. Definitely have to worry about him stealing bases and be more mindful of the speed this team has, as they stole 4 bases in Game 1. Pache, though, will foul out to Stallings to begin. Now facing Ozuna, who had a walk and 3 strikeouts in Game number 1. That one hit down the third baseline. Hayes will glove it, throw in the belt for out number 2. Nice job by Hayes, who's been strong defensively. Albies, one of the most dangerous batters in baseball, will fly out to right. I think Frazier come and make the catch, and the Braves go 1-2-3. Nice start for Big Joe Musgrove. Heading top 2, Wall, Stallings, Hamilton due up for the Buccos. Wilson 17 pitches in that first inning. Walls has been a little quiet in the postseason, trying to pick things up. That will not help his cause, as he will dribble that right at the catcher's plate. d'Arnaud throws on Freeman for out number 1. Jacob Stallings, he's got to show that bat, because if he can't show the bat, then we're going to have to go to Barrera, because he is better defensively, throwing out some of these potential base stealers as he grounds out. But he had 2 singles and an RBI in the last game, so we're going to keep that bat in and let it ride, as Hamilton will ground out as well for the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. We'll go bottom 2 with Acuna, who, I forget what Acuna did in the last game. I think he went 1 for 4, I believe. Facing Musgrove, first pitch swinging, and he will hit that past Bell at first into right. So a leadoff single for Acuna Jr. And we're going to have to look to hold the runner here, try to throw over to first. Freeman at the plate, he's done well versus Musgrove this year. He's done well in the playoffs, so a dangerous spot here for Joe Musgrove, as he will get them to ground out the second. Newman will get the force at second, and so fielder's choice. Newman throwing the walls to erase Acuna. Now Freeman on first. Much rather have Freeman, of course, on at first than Acuna at second. Facing Austin Riley, the up-and-coming 3rd baseman. Full count to him. Musgrove will strike him out on the payoff pitch. Nice bit of control. 90 miles an hour to retire Riley. Freddie Galvis, defensive-minded shortstop. A little hit-and-run action. Actually, it was a full count, so that's why the runner ran. And Galvis will ground out 2 walls. So 2 innings of clean work for Joe Musgrove. He'll lead off the top of the 3rd inning. Again, this is a best of 7. Pirates took Game 1 by the score of 5-3 here in Game 2. Can't wait to get back home, though, to PNC Park with that home crowd. Musgrove strikes out, and Newman has the walk. Let's see what Wilson's hold runner rating is. It's lower. We're going to try the hit and run with Adam Frazier. as he will... not going to work here. Frazier couldn't connect, and d'Arnaud does not have a great arm, but they do erase him. So a little bit of aggression does not pay off for the Pirates, as Frazier will float that into left field. Playable and caught by Ozuna, and so the Pirates can't do much with the Newman walk as he gets thrown out. So nice job there of defense. Braves have a good defense, and that's certainly been helping them through this process. Musgrove, 4-pitch walk. Don't see that too often from the generally well-commanded Joe Musgrove, as now Wilson will try to bunt over d'Arnaud. Probably the attempt here. A hard bunt. Musgrove can throw to second, and the throw gets away. So Musgrove not helping his own cause here. That should have been maybe a double play, and the error could be costly, as now there's runners first and second, facing top of the order with Pache. 1-1 count. Big spot here. Self-inflicted wounds. The defense for Pittsburgh has not been stellar in the postseason. It was good in the regular season, but not been where it needs to be here in the playoffs. Has not cost them yet, but it costs them now. Pache flies out to Hamilton for the first out, now facing Ozuna. Former Cardinal hits that into right. Frazier, shift was on. He has to track over. Will make the catch. d'Arnaud thought about tagging, but will pull up. Musgrove an out away from getting out of it, but he's got to get through Ozzy Albies first. 278 here in the postseason. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Payoff pitch, and he'll walk him to walk the bases loaded. Let's go out there and talk to Musgrove. Try to calm him down a little bit. No worries. I got some worries. Now facing Acuna. Had a hit his first plate appearance. And this is a huge spot as the 40,000 plus here in Atlanta on their feet. 2-2 to Acuna. Musgrove deals. That one dribbled. Musgrove, will he get it? And he will not be able to throw Acuna out in time. It's an infield hit, and it's enough to tie this game and keep the bases loaded. Musgrove 53 pitches already, facing Freeman. 1-2 to Freeman. Musgrove delivers. He'll strike him out, so he gets out of it with limited damage, but damage nonetheless, as the Braves tie the game at 1. We'll head top 4. Brian Reynolds leading things off, just missed a home run to right center his first at-bat. He will first pitch swing here against Wilson, and that one dribbled to second, and throw to first. Albies to Freeman for the first out. Wilson at 43 pitches, much more manageable than Musgrove right now. Full count. Hayes will strike out looking. That is the third K for Wilson. Does not have great velocity, but he does know how to locate it. Bell now in the hole, 1-2, and he will strike out. Bell's playoff struggles continue as we head bottom 4. Musgrove will face Riley, Galvis, and d'Arnaud. 2-2 to Riley. He's 0 for 1 today. Hit that to Newman the second. He will throw it to Bell for out number 1. Newman playing good defense so far. 0-2 to Galvis, not known for his bat. He will poke that to Walls. Walls will charge in, throw to Bell for the second out. And d'Arnaud, who had a 4-pitch walk he drew to start things last inning, will try to get on base here. He is 4 for 14 in the playoffs. 3-1 count again. d'Arnaud does swing. Pokes that in the right. Frazier can a corn in right. He will make the catch. And so we go top 5. Still knotted up at 1. Just happy the Pirates were able to take 1 on the road. I think that was a minimum here to really make this series competitive and not go down 2 heading back to Pittsburgh. I know the old adage is you're not in trouble until the home team loses. The Braves certainly feel that pressure, but it was really important for us to, I think, start the series, no worse than 1-1. Pache diving catch in center to Rob Stallings. Again, really good defense in the outfield. Even Osuna, but certainly Pache and Acuna, making some great plays here to keep the Pirates hitters off the base paths, as there are 2 out, nobody on for Billy Hamilton. 1-1 count. Light hitting center fielder will ground out to Albies at second, throw in the first, and the Pirates go 1-2-3 thanks to some great defense by Christian Pache in center field. Bottom 5, Musgrove at 71 pitches. Wilson remains in the game for Atlanta. 1-2, that one dribbled to Stallings. Stallings will throw in the Bell for out number 1. Musgrove allowed just 2 hits today, no earned runs. Again, the errors have not helped him here in the postseason. 2-2 to Pache, as he will hit that back up the middle for a single, falling at the feet of Billy Hamilton, and Pache again a threat on the base paths. Let's try to pitch out. Let's see if they want to send Pache here. See if we can at least let them know that, hey, we know the Pache may run. Does not. And now he goes. And Stallings, despite all the attempts here to keep these runners at their bag, just cannot get it to work. And now it is 2-0. That was a ball. And so Musgrove in a potential difficult situation facing Ozuna. Full count now, payoff pitch. That's a strike 3 with the cutter. Third K of the game for Musgrove. Big out there, 2 away, facing Albies. Should we try to pitch around and maybe get him to chase at something? We'll try it. 1-0 count. That one hit to right. Will it fall in? It will. And Frazier not able to catch it. And the Braves will take a 2-1 lead here in the 5th. So 2-out magic for Albies as Musgrove's at 89 pitches. And we're going to have to start thinking about some bullpen work for the Pirates. I don't know who we want to go with here exactly. Cricky's going to be a little tired today. We'll get Chad Cool and Wayman. And I'll get Chad Cool warming up as well. Hopefully Musgrove can get out of this at least, but no guarantees facing Acuna. And that one hit to right. Should stay in the air long enough. And Frazier, busy day for him, makes the catch for the 3rd out. But the Braves get a run. They take a 2-1 lead as we go top 6. Is that going to be it for the Pirates? And Musgrove, I should say, 91 pitches. Yeah, I think that's it for him. He's going to go 5 innings, allow just 2 runs, 1 earned. Not a bad outing, but just not feel like we get the dominant performance from him here. And so facing Wilson, let's go ahead and get a pinch hitter going. And we're going to try Jason Martin. He's got a walk in his 1 pinch hit appearance so far. And I need to figure out some bullpen stuff, so just give me 1 second so I don't have to make you guys sit through it and figure out who I want to get warmed up here for the bottom of the 6th. All right, it will be Blake Wayman getting warmed up here for the bottom of the 6th to face Freeman, Riley, and Galvis. But until then, Jason Martin, relieving Joe Musgrove, will come in to pinch hit. First pitch swinging against Wilson, and Martin dribble that. Will Wilson be able to make a play? And I think he will. And he will. Beats Martin by a step. So no luck for the pinch hitting Pirates. 1-1, Kevin Newman. He will hit that to Freeman. Rolled it over, and Freeman steps on the bag to do it himself for out number 2. Now with Adam Frazier in the game. He's in a hitter's 2-0 count, but grounds that out to Albies, who will throw into Freeman. So the Pirates' offense has certainly been quiet, thanks to the solid pitching and good defense of the Atlanta Braves. Can close the book on Joe Musgrove. 5 innings, 1 earned, 3 Ks, 91 pitches. Kind of had to labor through that, but not too mad with the performance. So now Wayman, who is just thrown 1 2/3 innings so far, struck out 3. He'll face Freeman, Riley, and Freddie Galvis. 1-2 to Freeman. Wayman, the lefty, will deliver. And Freeman will ground that out. Who will anyone make the play? And Wayman, nice job there to avoid that falling into no man's land. Wayman was really good 2 years ago. Did not have as successful of a 2021 season, I should say. But he has done well here in the postseason as Riley goes down on strikes and now facing Galvis. 1-2, he's had a tough day at the plate so far. That will continue as Wayman strikes out 2 to end the 6th. Do we want to keep Wayman in? 14 pitches. Or do we want to start looking at some bullpen action with maybe Amir Garrett? That low movement just makes me nervous with him, to be honest. What do we want to do here? Obviously, the starting pitchers, ignore them for right now. We got Garrett. Birdie will be available today. There's Brault as well, who pitched yesterday. Chad Cool is also there. And we got Heath Hembry, who I really would like to avoid until I absolutely have to. So we're going to go ahead and warm Garrett and Cool up. I think we'll leave Wayman in maybe as long as we can, facing bottom of the order. And when they put in the pinch hitter, we can kind of make maybe a better decision then. Bryce Wilson still in the game. 6 innings strong for him thus far. 1-1 to Reynolds. He will hit that back up the middle for a leadoff single. Reynolds just having a great regular season, minus the injury. By the way, when he missed that time with earlier in the year, that was by being hit by a pitch by the Braves. And I was going to get my revenge, but we're in the playoffs and I can't do it now. So Reynolds will have to get his revenge just through productive at-bats like that one. Brian Hayes could really use a good at-bat from him, as he will draw the walk. His eye has been fantastic here in the postseason. His on-base percentage has been spectacular. I'm not going to worry about what it is in the playoffs right now. but he's really come on strong here. So the Pirates trying to tie this thing up. Runners on first and second with Josh Bell. And Bell is certainly scuffled, but he needs a big moment here. By the way, they brought in a new reliever, A.J. Minter, the lefty, to face Bell. Full count to Bell. He will blast that to left. Will it get over the left fielder's head? It will not. Bell's given it 2 good shots today, but both corner outfielders, Acuna Jr. and Osuna, have made nice plays. That Osuna's a little less impressive than Acuna's earlier. Try saying that 3 times fast. But regardless, quiet day for Bell. Ultimately on the box score, and there's 1 away with runners on first and second. Taylor Wald's full count, as he will look at strike number 3, and the Pirates potentially wasting these threats. Jacob Stallings will come in now. 1-0. Stallings to right. Acuna, sliding catch. Again, that defense. Can't say enough good things about the Braves in the outfield today as they preserve their 2-1 lead. Wayman, as we will stretch, head bottom 7, facing d'Arnaud. 2-0. d'Arnaud's got himself in some good counts today. Diving attempt by Walls. He cannot make the play, and they will have a runner on with the leadoff single. Bring up Cameron Maben. Let's see. I think that's going to be about it for Wayman. He is only hitting 189 versus lefties. A little nervous here to go to Cool, to be honest with you. But Crickey's a little tired. So we're going to try it here with Chad Cool. 1-2 to Maben, who was not successful in his pinch hit appearance in game number 1. And that will remain true for game 2, as Cool will strike him out on the slider at 84 miles an hour. Cool has not pitched a whole lot here in the playoffs, a little bit, and that might be a reason why. He's 3-0 to Pache, and that is ball 4. All right, so I gotta start thinking about bullpen action here. I don't know who I want to go with. Should we go with Amir Garrett facing Osuna? Osuna is very good versus lefties, and I'm just worried about this whole situation right now. Not looking too strong. We'll just pitch to him. 1-1 to Osuna, as he will fly out to left. Let me get the cursor out of the way. And nice catch there by Reynolds. 2 away, now facing Albies. Ozzie Albies. He is strong versus everyone. You kind of already knew that. He is slightly better versus lefties. On this box score, on the scouting report, he's only hitting 255 against them, though, this year. What do we want to do here with should we try to pitch around? But then that gets us to Acuna Jr. And Cool does not have fantastic control. His avoid case is a 65. I think we're just going to have to pitch to Ozzie Albies here and hope for the best. Full count to Albies. Payoff pitch. And that is a walk. That one's low. Hard to tell. I don't know if I agree with that call. And now the bases are full of Braves for Ronald Acuna Jr. What do we want to do here? A lot of power. We could bring in Amir Garrett. The worry with Garrett, though, is the lack of control and movement. Let's see how he does versus righties. Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? This is not an ideal situation just in general, as we are going to get... I don't know, we're going to get Hembry warmed up here. Worried about some of these tired arms in the bullpen. You know what? Because we have a day off tomorrow, let me get... Should I even try to think about Birdie? I'm going to go with Neverauskas, actually. All right, here we go. We're going to leave Chad Cool in versus Acuna. 1-1. Big moment here. That one floated up in the air. Will that be playable? Is that going to fall into no man's land? It will be caught by Newman. So the Braves leave the bases loaded, and that was huge, because if they get a good outcome there, Pirates probably don't have enough juice to come back in this one. So we'll go top 8. Pirates still down a run, facing Freeman. And I want to figure out the bullpen, so I'm going to make another edit here because I've really probably irritated you guys. Give me 1 second to figure out bullpen options for the 8th. Alright, don't know if we have much of a choice right now. Still makes me nervous, but I'm going to go with Amir Garrett, who's actually ready. So wait a second to get him warmed up. So we got Hamilton. Obviously, we're going to pinch hit here once the pitcher spot comes up in the 9 hole. And Newman to face former Pirate Michael Feliz. So he's definitely got some revenge on his mind. He has, I believe, not made an appearance in Game 1. But he did well in 3 innings against the Cardinals. Pirates needing the run. 1-2 to Hamilton. Not a good spot to be in. Might be a strikeout. And it won't, as Hamilton will lace that to Freeman. But he will be able to make the glove. Nice defensive play and the Pirates have their first out. All right, pinch hitting time. Failed with Martin earlier. We're going to go with old reliable J.B. Shuck coming in. Hopefully avoid that strikeout. He's in a 2-2 count, though. Shuck will strike out, so my plan backfired. So we will get Garrett warmed up, and we'll go top of the order with Newman. Good thing is we'll get Newman, Frazier, Reynolds, and that whole group here before this game is over. One swing of the bat could change it. 3-1 to Newman. We'll see if he swings. He will, and kind of wish he hadn't, as he will pop up as Albies will call off Freeman, and the Pirates go down in order. And Garrett's tiring. You're not tiring. I really wish I could disable the tiring factor. That is a very annoying part of this game. We're going to get Hembry warmed up. Should I get Hembry warmed up? Or Birdie? I think we're going to get Birdie in case Garrett starts to tire and not have success. His low movement and fly ball tendency is a concern, as Freeman will hit against the shift. Reynolds has to track it a long way across. He will make the catch, though. And that is the first out. Austin Riley with good power versus lefties. I should have pitched around him, as Hayes will glove it throw on the bell for the second out. So hadn't thought about that enough, but I should have pitched around, but it all works out in the end. And so Freddie Galvis, 1-0 count. Can he surprise here with the bat? He will, I think, as that one's got good carry to right center. Hamilton going back, and he will make the catch at the track. So Galvis just comes up shy of the homer, and we'll head to the ninth. We will have Birdie on standby. We will also get, who do you want to get warmed up here, as we are down to our final 3 outs. I think we're just going to have Birdie ready to go here. I don't know. Let's try to get a run across, and then we'll deal with that. So Feliz will stay in. We'll have Frazier, Reynolds, Hayes due up, needing a run. Pirates lead the series 1-0. Braves looking to tie it here, top of the ninth, just after 11 o'clock. 1-1 to Frazier, as he will hit that back up the middle. So a good start for the Pirates, as Frazier will get on base. His speed's okay. I'd call it adequate. Braves fans booing, not happy with Feliz, and we'll see if they leave him in. Do I want a pinch run? We have Cole Tucker. Ailmus is a possibility as well. He's not that much better than Frazier. Cole Tucker, though, I would say is better, but do we have anyone who can play right? And I actually don't think we do, because we use Shuck and Martin, so maybe a miscalculation on my part. We could put Hayes in right, and then Ailmus could go to third. That's a possibility if we want to pinch hit for Adam Frazier. What do I want to do here? Big spot. I think we're just going to leave Frazier in right now. What is Tucker's speed? It's a 60. Okay, so if I take Frazier out, Tucker comes in, Hayes will go to right, Ailmus can play third, or Moran, but probably going to go with Ailmus. And we'll still have Colin Moran and Barrera, to be honest, off the bench for a pinch hitting situation. So, all right, I changed my mind. We're going to bring in Cole Tucker as a pinch runner, because we're not close to another pinch hit situation. So Tucker will come in to pinch run with Brian Reynolds stepping into the batter's box. He is 2 for 3 today. Just missed that home run. If he hit that home run earlier, talking about a whole kind of different ball game. Feliz hold runner rating is good. Darno's already thrown out 1 today, so we won't steal with Tucker. We're just going to go ahead and let Reynolds swing here on a 1-2 count, as he will strike out. Big K there for Feliz. Tucker, what was his stolen base track record? 8 stolen bases, 2 caught stealing this year. We're going to let Hayes swing as well, as he will get jammed, and that one is going to pop up into foul territory, and Freeman makes the catch. So Pirates down to their last out, runner on first, down by a run. Josh Bell's given it a good charge twice today. He's got to be able to put it in play here. 1-2. Feliz will deliver, and Bell will strike out. The Braves tie the series for game number 2, and they win 2-1. All right, we will save the game. Maybe I should have stolen the base there with Tucker, although ultimately I don't think it really mattered, considering we never even really got the ball back into play. So, series knotted at 1. We'll head for a pretty important game number 3 momentarily. All right, getting ready for Game 3. I forgot to look at the box score for Game number 2. We do look at those in wins and defeats. Pirates lose to the Braves 2-1. Pirates 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error. That was Musgrove not helping his own cause. The Braves, I should say, 2 runs, 5 hits, and clean baseball, no errors. So the series is knotted at 1. This best of 7, first to 4, I should say. Pirates, again, just 4 hits. That was Frazier and Reynolds, and no one else, only 2 walks. Bell continues to struggle mightily, although he got unlucky in that game, to be fair to him. For the Braves, it was Acuna Jr., who went 2 for 4. Pache did well with a hit, a run, and a walk. And d'Arnaud did well with a hit, a run, and a walk as well. With the pitching staff, again, bullpen was awesome for Pittsburgh. Wayman, Cool, and Garrett. Cool got in a little bit of trouble, but worked his way out of it with the bases loaded. Musgrove, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, but the error was his fault. So I really kind of hold him responsible for both of those runs. 2 walks and 3 Ks on 91 pitches. Wilson, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, that was earned, a walk, 4 Ks, and the bullpen did well. Feliz with 2 innings, 1 hit, and 3 strikeouts, including striking out Bell for the final out of the game, and Bryce Wilson was your player of the game. All right, so let's get ready for Game 3. We'll have not Trevor Williams, we'll have Cody Bolton on the hill. Williams likely to pitch Game number 4, although I'll take a look and reevaluate tomorrow. As we have back-to-back games right now, so I have to really be careful with bullpen management. Let me double check the bullpen here, and I'll come back with you guys. All right, bullpen looks in good shape, and look who's on the mound for Game number 3. It is going to be Mike Soroka, so they just added him to the playoff roster. I don't really understand the rules here or what the situation was, but we will have to face Soroka, one of the best in baseball. Open up his player profile to give you a preview. 30 starts, 2.5 ERA, the lowest home runs over 9, the lowest walks over 9, respectable Ks over 9. He doesn't strike out a ton of guys, but he is efficient and impressive. And I was looking at him before the series, anticipating him, and the last time he had a bad outing was basically, to go back to like June 12th against Washington. Ever since then, he has not allowed more than 2 earned in a start. So he is going to be a tough guy to figure out, and this is a pivotal Game 3, where obviously the winner of this one will go up 2-1. We are playing this in Pittsburgh, though, so it'll be nice to play at PNC Park and see the attendance. Let's go to PNC, and we'll start with the opening lineups for this game. Actually, one more thing I forgot I do want to like to show you guys, because you guys are always interested in the MLB world, and the Indians are up 2-0 on the Angels. Indians, I think, were definitely the better team. They've won by the scores of 4-3 and 8-2. So that's what's going on over in the AL. Okay, let's now go to the starting lineups for Game 3. All right, taking a look at our lineups, it is going to be to face Soroka, Newman, Frazier, Reynolds, Hayes. We're going to keep Bell in that 5 spot. Don't have a lot of options, and he's got success against Soroka. He's 2 for 2. Walls, Hamilton, Stallings, Cody Bolton. Look at his numbers here briefly on the hill. A couple of impressive playoff appearances versus the Dodgers, so he always seems to work himself into trouble early. For the Braves, interesting decision. Taylor's going to be in center field. Michael Taylor, the Christian Pache, because Soroka is now on the playoff roster, Pache has been removed. Very surprising, curious decision to remove your starting center fielder from the playoff roster. That's a little AI difficulty, I think, but behind him, it's Ozuna, Albies, Acuna, Freeman, Riley, Galvis, d'Arnaud, and Soroka. So underdogs for sure in this game, but I've said that so much, it kind of feels a little hollow at this point. So let's get ready for Game 3. Just over 38,000 screaming Bucco fans here at PNC Park for their first NLCS action in, over 25 years. Let's head out to PNC Park. All right, Cody Bolton on the hill. Was his other 2 outings in LA? They were both in LA, so this is going to be his first home start. So maybe that'll help calm the nerves a little bit, or make it worse. I don't know. We'll find out here against Michael Taylor. 1-0 count. Taylor replacing Pache, removed from the playoff roster. He was not injured, so I think it's just a bad decision from the Braves camp, as Taylor will hang that to center. Hamilton has to give it a decent run, but he'll make the catch for out number 1, and hopefully a quiet start will be good for Cody Bolton, but no guarantee versus this tough lineup like that. And Marcell Ozuna will rip a double into left field and get on second base. So Braves already threatening, and a couple low-scoring affairs. Braves know if they get some offense going, they'll have the advantage against Pittsburgh, who just probably do not have the bats right now. Ozzie Albies down 0-2. He will poke that back to Bolton. Bolton will throw on to Bell. It's going to be safe, infield single. That's disappointing, especially being ahead 0-2 in the count. And as a consolation prize, you get to face Ronald Acuna Jr. So as we said, Bolton finds himself into trouble a lot early in this game, no exception. Runners on the corners, 1 out, 2-2 to Acuna, as he will strike out. Big K there, fastball at 91 miles an hour. Bolton does not throw hard, but it's been effective. He's got to get one more out, though, against Freddie Freeman. 1-0 to Freeman. I'm nervous about this one. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And that one hit past the diving Newman. That will bring home 1 run. As the throw to third, don't think it'll be in time. It will not. And so Freddie Freeman with the RBI single brings up Austin Riley, who is 6 for 20 in the playoffs with 1 dinger. And that one back up the middle. So the Braves will get 2 quick runs at least to start. Throw to third. Hamilton's arm is not great. Neither is Freeman's speed, but he's in there ahead of the tag by Hayes. So runners on the corner still. Now with Galvis up 3-0. Bolton will walk him. He has walked the bases loaded to face Starno. Nowhere to place him with Soroka on deck. Got to get this out here. 1-1. Darno will poke that to Newman, who will throw on the Bell for the third out of the inning. So the Braves get 2 as we head to the bottom of the first, and Bolton's first inning struggles continue. Kevin Newman up now, 1-1 count facing Soroka, and Soroka, one of the best in baseball, has the lead early, although Kevin Newman will start things off with a leadoff single. Let's check Soroka's hold runner rating. It's only a 45, so chance to run here. We're going to try the hit and run. We're going to maybe play some small ball to try to get back into this thing. Frazier was not successful with the hit and run last time, and he will not be successful here, as that one will hang enough to Ozuna in left. Now facing Reynolds. Just 4 pitches so far for Soroka. 2-2 count. As Reynolds will look at strike 3 with the sinker, and brings up Brian Hayes, whose averages dip down to a lowly quote-unquote 393. 1-2 count, as he will hit that to center. New center fielder Taylor going back, has a good angle, and will make the catch. So the Pirates can't do anything with a Kevin Newman leadoff single as we head top 2. Looking for a more controlled Cody Bolton. Hopefully facing the pitcher will help. Soroka, though, first pitch swinging, and that one hit pretty decent to left center. Hamilton looks like he will call off Reynolds. He will. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Now facing Taylor, top of the order. As that one jammed him, Hayes gloves it, throws on the Bell for first for the second out of the inning. And Osuna, 1 for 1 today, 2-0 count. That one kind of chopped to Newman, he'll throw on the Bell. And so Bolton, in very Bolton fashion, settling down after a rough first inning, but the Pirates still in a hole, down 2-0. Josh Bell hitting just a $167, 5 for 30, no home runs. Come on, Bell, gotta have a home run sometime this series. That one popped up. Looks like Albies will have it. Nope, going to be called off by Galvis, and that is the first out. Walls now. Should we maybe start Cole Tucker at short? Thought's been rattling around my head a little bit, as Walls will ground out to Freeman. A lot of pulls here from the Pirates this series. Freeman's been pretty active at first, grounding these ones, as Hamilton will hit that to right. Gave it a decent ride, but Acuna Jr. will make the catch in the corner, and the Pirates will go down again as we head top 3rd. Albies, Acuna Jr., and Freeman due up for Atlanta. Again, series tied at 1, this best of 7. That one hit up the middle past Walls, and so Albies will get the leadoff single and the base runner on. We're going to just focus on Acuna here. Full count to him. And Acuna, I was wondering when the Braves were going to hit their first home run. I didn't want to jinx it, and that's why. Ronald Acuna, 2-run shot to left into the bleachers at PNC Park, and the Braves, bit of separation here. They lead 4-0. Freddie Freeman, 1-2 count. Base is empty. No outs. Freeman hits that to center. Should hang enough by either Reynolds or Hamilton. It'll be Hamilton calling off Reynolds again for the catch. Cody Bolton. Just not the start we were looking for today. And do we have the runs to try to catch up? As that one's going to get over. Walls, move your feet, my dude. That is a single for Riley. We could be looking at Chad Kuhl here to do some long relief for us, unfortunately. 2-2. Bolton hit up the middle. Newman will flip it to Walls. They will turn 2, so a small positive here. But Acuna Jr.'s home run to left advances the Braves' lead by 2-4. Trying to get too wordy here and artful with my language. Pirates are down 4-0. That's all that matters here as we go bottom 3. Jacob Stallings will face Soroka. First plate appearance today. And yeah, Soroka with a 4-0 lead. Feels like they got a good chance to be in control of this one and not have to use the bullpen a whole lot either, which is good because we're playing 3 straight games here. So something else to consider. 1-2 count for Bolton. We're going to leave him in, try to get him to pitch as much as possible. He will strike out. And Kevin Newman, full count. He also strikes out. So Soroka, a couple of Ks so far as we head top 4, facing Darno, Soroka, and top of the order with Taylor. Another reason why we're going to leave Bolton in, hopefully facing maybe some less threatening bats. Although Hamilton, I don't think he got a good jump on that one. And they made the catch. Leaping grab by Hamilton. Impressive play. That could have been disaster. Bring up Soroka. First pitch swinging again. He's putting it in play. We'll dribble that. Will anyone be able to make a play on it? And that is the out. Got him by maybe a half a step. Nice play by Bolton. I would let Hayes or Walls make that play instead of the pitcher, but it works out for the out. 2-1 to Taylor. Again, replacing Pache, as he will do a good impression and hit a single in the left. 2-out magic for the Braves. Now facing Ozuna. 1 for 2 today. Taylor with good speed. We're going to focus on Ozuna, though. 1-2 count. Runner takes off, and that is a ball. And Taylor will slide in the second, get himself in scoring position. 2-2 again. Ozuna will strike out swinging, and he chased the slider, and Bolton gets out of it, but the Braves still lead 4-0. Adam Frazier trying to get the Pirates competitive in this game. Lead things off. He will fly out to left. That one playable and caught by Ozuna. 1 away here, bottom 4. Almost 9:30 here on the East Coast, as that one ripped down the right field line. That should be extra bases for Brian Reynolds, although will they get to throw in the second? It'll be tight. No, Reynolds will actually have a stand-up double there. It's a nice attempt there by Acuna. And a double for Reynolds, as we got to just try to claw back. We don't have to get 4 right now, just got to get 1. Got to get something on the board and show Soroka is mortal. He's coming off a bit of rest off that bicep tendonitis. So a chance to really try to get after him here, as Hayes will dribble that. Reynolds cannot advance with the ball being hit in front of him to short. Galvis throws on to Freeman for the second out. And Josh Bell, there was a time to get a hit, my dude. This is it. Full count. Soroka deals. Jam shot. Bell, will that get down? I think it will. I want to send Reynolds. Oh, let me send Reynolds. This game, man. I know it's an animation, but 2 outs, a hit into the outfield. Reynolds has good speed. That should be at least sending him home. I want to play at the plate there. So now Taylor Walls will have to try to deliver. 0-2 count. He'll hit that to Galvis, and the Pirates aren't going to get anything. They get the lead, as Bell can't slide in time. So Pirates can't do anything with that Reynolds double, and we'll head top 5. I want to start thinking about some bullpen action, too. That's the Braves bullpen. I'm thinking about the wrong. I'm used to playing on the away side. We're going to get Cool and Brault warmed up in case. Let Bolton go as long as he can. Try to get maybe 5 out of him. Ozzy Albies will lead things off. 2-1 count. That one's going to be a single. And so Bolton could definitely be in a tough spot here facing Acuna, who had a home run in his last at-bat. We will visit the mound. Both guys still warming. We're going to let Bolton potentially his last batter he'll face, hopefully with good results. 0-2 to Acuna. He will strike out on the fastball. Those guys are ready. And do we want to bring in maybe Steven Brault here? I'm thinking Riley is strong. It is decent versus lefties, I should say. All right, we're going to bring in Steven Brault here to relieve Cody Bolton, who goes 4 1/3. Still responsible for Albies at first. Just like the lefty matchup better. And Bolton's just been struggling for too much of the day today. So not an ideal start for Cody Bolton, as Brault will strike out Freeman. Looking 2 away here, runner on first. Riley's got good power versus lefties, but has not been super productive versus lefties. He'll draw a walk, though. Brault's control is an issue with him. Freddie Galvis, 2-1. He gave a good ride earlier. That one hit back to Brault, who will throw on to Bell. So Brault does his job. gets the outs, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th, and we're going to play my favorite game of who do I want to pitch here in the 6th. It will not be Brault. I think we will go... What do I want to go with here? I think we will go with... We're going to try Heath Hembry. A reliever we have not used too much, just one appearance this year, but facing bottom of the order, we're going to give it a ride. So Billy Hamilton leading off versus Soroka, just 50 pitches so far. The full count will help push that number up, but the strikeout does not help. Ultimately, that's 4 for Soroka. Jacob Stallings in a 2-2 count. He will hit that to Albies. Albies will throw on to Freeman. And so the Pirates very quiet here with the bats today, unfortunately. We will have a pinch hitter come in. Let's go ahead and we're going to give Colin Moran a chance here. Just haven't really used him too much this year. He gets a decent spot for it. 1-0 to Moran, second plate appearance of the playoffs, and he will pop up to Albies, and so the Pirates go 1-2-3 very quietly here in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th, bring in Heath Hembry. Brault did his job, and Hembry can hopefully eat a couple innings for us. Not giving up on this game, but just I don't want to use cool here. I'm going to try Hembry, and that one hit to right. Frazier's not going to be able to catch it, so that is a single for Darno, putting in a couple of nice games. Now facing Soroka. Looks like he'll try to bunt him over. He will bunt that. Hembry will throw it on to Newman, covering the bag at first. Now facing Taylor, as I will get Amir Garrett warmed up as well. 2-2 to Taylor. Strikeout. Hembry punches him out there, 95 miles an hour. Now facing Ozuna. Let's see here. He's got good power. Should we try to pitch around? What is Albie's power rating? 50. We're going to try the old pitch around. Full count payoff pitch to Ozuna. That one hit 2 walls at short. He'll throw on the belt. And so clean inning overall by Heath Hembry. I shouldn't say clean inning, but it gets out of the inning without the run. Did allow the single. And I don't know if we want Hembry to have to pitch again. We really have to focus on the splits here. The lefty-righty matchups. It's kind of my thing here in this game. I probably overthink it and get the old paralysis by analysis. Probably would rather have a righty come in. Maybe we'll just leave Hembry in. I don't know if I have any other better righty options. I want to save some guys if we get back into this game here, and especially knowing we play 3 of these in a row. So Kevin Newman leading things off, full count versus Soroka. He will hit that into left field, past that was Galvis at short. So leadoff single for Kevin Newman. We're going to need some more extra base hits, though, for sure, if we want to get back in this game. Adam Frazier, 0-1 count. That one hit back to Soroka, who will throw on to Galvis at second. They will get the lead runner. Frazier will be a field of choice. Frazier stays on first. Brian Reynolds with the double last time. Looking for it again here. Looking for some home runs. Pirates just not hit a whole lot of home runs. That one will get down. Frazier did have to hold, so he will not be able to make it to third. We do have runners on first and second, but we need some power here. I know this Pirates team is not built or known for power, but they need something like that, at least into a gap, just to try to get back into this one. 0-2 to Hayes. Tough spot. He's in. That one hit sharply to third. That could be 2, and it will. So the Pirates again can't do enough with runners in scoring position, and the Braves maintain their 4-0 lead. We'll get Chad Kuhl warmed up here in case Hembry can't do it, which makes me nervous. 3-1 to Albies. That one inside. That'll be ball 4. Now facing Okuna. Tough spot here for Hembry. He's probably at the end of the line right now. Runner takes off, and they are just having a field day on Stallings. I see you have to throw anybody. I think it's like 6 stolen bases this year. Man. Or this series, I should say. Okuna, fly out to right. Shallow, will it get down? Frazier, diving catch. Nice job there by Adam Frazier in right. Can't allow any more runs, that's for sure. Now facing Freeman. What's his avoid Ks? It's relatively low. Yeah, Hembry's getting pretty close here to the end of this one. We'll try to pitch around 0-2 to Freeman. He will strike out swinging. Nice job there. And Austin Riley, we're going to try the same pitch around. If he can't get him out, we're going to bring Chad Kuhl in. 0-1 to Taylor. That one hit pretty well to left. Reynolds will come over near the foul line. He will make the grab for out number 3. So nice outing there for Heath Hembry. A couple important innings he was able to eat for us. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th with Josh Bell leading off. Soroka cruising through 6. 6 hits, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, 4 Ks. Shift on here for Josh Bell, who is 1 for 2 today. Could have had an RBI single. Unfortunately, Reynolds not able to come home on that earlier in the game, as Bell will try to beat the shift, and a diving grab by Ozuna. Not known for that kind of great defense, but he makes a spectacular grab in left. As I need to get someone warmed up here, we are going to turn to Chad Kuhl. Taylor Walls trying to start a rally here, get the Pirates fans here at PNC Park, all 38,000 of them on their feet, but he will not do that, as he will foul out to Riley, who's been pretty quiet at third base this series. Hamilton now down in the hole 1-2, as he will hit that to center, and Taylor makes you forget about Pache, makes a great diving grab in center field, and we'll head top 8. Embry's day's done. Good inning for him. A good outing for him. 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 Ks. We'll bring in Chad Kuhl to face 7-8-9. Galvez to Darno. And we'll see if they leave Soroka in. My guess is they will. Chad Kuhl behind the count. 3-1 to start. As that one hit into the gap out towards the Clemente wall. That will be a double for Freddie Galvez, who's shown some power here more recently in the series. And the Braves just feel like they're in control of this one, as they are up 4-0 top 8 here. Runner on second. Chad Kuhl facing Darno. Darno's also done better here this series. That one hit to center. Nice diving play by Hamilton. Although I think Galvez will be able to tag, and he will, on the diving play by Hamilton. Soroka stays in, so that's what they're going to probably have him try to go complete game here, and I don't blame him for it. Got able to strike him out here. 2-2 to Soroka. He will strike out, so that's a big K. And now Michael Taylor will come up to bat. 1-1 count as he hits that back up the middle. Diving play by Walls. He cannot throw it, though, and so the run will come in, and the Braves add another run and go up 5-0. I want to look at some of the bullpen action here. Maybe we'll look at Amir Garrett in case Kuhl can't get out of this, but looks like he's got a good chance to. Kuhl will throw on to first, and we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Pirates now needing 5. Unfortunately, I think Garrett will try to close things out here. Yeah, we're going to have Amir Garrett attempt to close this one out here when we go top 9, because Chad Kuhl is coming up. Full count here. New pitcher. Very weird decision for them to bring in a new pitcher. It's Colin McHugh, who's been a starter for them. Strikes out on a fastball looking at that one. So Braves have Soroka hit, and then they take him out with McHugh. Not sure what the Braves are doing, but hey, they're up 5-0. So, who am I to judge? All right, we're going to have Jason Martin. He's got a bigger bat. We'll come in to replace Chad Kuhl. And again, we'll get Garrett warmed up. He's warming. Full count. Martin's got a walk in this series, or in the playoffs, but that one he will strike out on the payoff pitch. And the Pirates could be in trouble here. They are in trouble here, as they're in danger of going down 2-1 in this series. Newman cannot do anything either, and will head top 9. Pirates just 3 outs away from going down 2-1 in this best of 7. Again, we will do the rest of the series in a later video, sometime later in about a week or so, I would say. Amir Garrett coming to face Albies, and that one hit pretty well to center. Hamilton moves a couple steps back, and he will make the catch. Man, if it could have won one of those, game 2 or game 3, especially, game 2, obviously was pretty competitive. Go up 2-1, you're in, I think, a really good spot for the rest of the series. But we're not out of it just yet, as Acuna hits that pretty hard, but right at Reynolds, the old Adam ball, right at him. Freddie Freeman. Full count, payoff pitch from Garrett. That one hit to center. Hamilton going back. He can't make the catch. That one will fall to the wall. And so Freddie Freeman, I believe, a second double of the day, I think. I'm not sure, but a double nonetheless. And he's having a good series so far. Brings up Austin Riley. First pitch swinging for the Braves third baseman. That one hit well to right. That one's gonna get out. You can kiss it goodbye. That's Garrett's movement rating. And the Braves are up 7-0. As Garrett just has to try to get out of this one. I should even try to pitch to contact, as Galvez will draw the walk. I don't want to bring in any relievers in a situation like this, so we're just going to have to go at him here, as Garrett will finally get out of it. Braves tack on 2 more. Their bats have come alive. A couple of home runs in this one, and they lead 7-0. So, heading to the bottom of the 9th. Frazier, Reynolds, Hayes. Got to be the rally of all rallies to try to come back in this one. McHugh staying in, try to work that pitch count a little bit. Frazier strikes out, Reynolds strikes out swinging, and we are down to Brian Hayes. Full count. He will poke that to Albies, and the Braves win 7-0. They go up 2-1 in the series here at PNC Park and are in the driver's seat. We'll take a look at the box score after I save here in a moment. Alright, quick look at the box score here, wrap up the video. Pirates lose 7-0. The Braves 7 runs, 14 hits, no errors. Pirates 0 runs. They are goose egg. 5 hits and no errors. Yeah, just good performance all around. Whether you're talking even Taylor at the top of the lineup, replacing Pache, Albies, Freeman, Riley, Galvis even did well, and the Pirates bat just not able to wake up enough, cannot do anything. And with runners in scoring position, Newman and Reynolds each had a pair of hits. Bell had 1, and that was it. No walks, struck out 8 times total. And the pitching staff, Soroka, very solid outing, coming back from that bicep tendonitis. 7 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs, no runs allowed, period. No walks, 4 Ks. And Colin McHugh, 2 innings, 4 Ks. Pretty solid work for him. Cody Bolton, not his best today, unfortunately. 4 1/3, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks, gave up a homer. That was, to Acuna. He got knocked around a good bit. Let's see here. Brault was okay. Hembry actually was all right, but then Cool and Garrett could not really help their own cause. So yeah, tough couple of games there, especially that game 2. We will have game 3 though. It'll be Mike Folty-Nevitz versus, assuming it's him. Sometimes these things change, and I think it's gonna have to be Trevor Williams. Let me check here. Musgrove obviously exhausted. McCallum, I don't think it's gonna be ready either. 43%. I know we have not simmed the day yet, but he won't be ready for game 4. So Trevor Williams will have to try to bring the Pirates back. He has 1 playoff appearance so far. Did not have a lot of success versus the Dodgers, but he'll need to have more versus the Braves when we start game 4 next time. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.